Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. As we enter a new week of inner exploration, let us first pause to acknowledge the journey we have just completed. Over the past several days, we reflected on the theme, which was goal setting and intention, understanding how intention quietly aligns our inner life with our spiritual purpose. We saw how sincere goals provide direction and how intention creates inner discipline without rigidity, and how it deepens our receptivity to the Master's work within. That theme has now gently prepared the inner field, creating clarity, steadiness, and a readiness for the next step in our spiritual evolution. This week, we have opened a new theme, which is evolution and freedom, inspired from the chapters of Heartfulness Way, Book 2. In Heartfulness, evolution does not merely refer to personal growth or becoming better versions of ourselves. Evolution is the expansion of consciousness, a refinement of the heart that gradually removes limitations, impressions, and inner heaviness. As consciousness evolves, we begin to experience increasing levels of inner freedom, freedom from restlessness, freedom from reaction, freedom from the burdens of old patterns, and ultimately freedom from the sense of separation that keeps us away from the divine. This theme is deeply significant for us as an Abhyasi because the purpose of our practice is not only to refine ourselves but to transcend ourselves. Through meditation, cleaning, and prayer, we are not just improving our behavior or thoughts, we are moving toward a state of naturalness where the heart becomes spacious, quiet, and free. Evolution in the heartfulness context is a journey of the soul towards its original purity. And freedom is the fragrance of that evolution, the lightness that emerges when the soul no longer feels bound by its limitations. Daji explains that as consciousness evolves, our perception changes. We begin to see life from a deeper place, respond from a calmer place, and live from a place untouched by any turbulence. Spiritual freedom is not about escaping responsibilities. It is about moving through life without being held hostage by our own tendencies. It is about living with inner dignity, sincerity, and lightness. This week's theme will help us reflect on how our practice, our choices, and our inner orientation can support this gradual unfolding of evolution and freedom within our hearts. Dear sisters and brothers, as we continue walking this inner path together, let us also share its beauty with others by inviting them to experience heartfulness through the master classes and the BHED sessions. When we offer this invitation with love, we help one more heart move toward inner evolution and freedom. You'll find the additional reading material on the theme as well as the videos of Revered Daji on the Heartfulness app. And you can access this material under the Sunday tab dated 23rd November. You all are encouraged to explore this additional material available to deeper our understanding on the theme. Our today's inspirational reading will be from Heartfulness Way Book 2, from the chapter 2, which is Journey and Destination, under the topic Evolution and Freedom. Since the text will not be displayed, we encourage everyone to please keep their personal copy handy with them. Engaging directly with the book nourishes Swadhyaya and helps us absorb the subtle wisdom in our own pace and depth. We will start our reading from from the page number 34, which is Evolution and Freedom. Daji, you have spoken about the importance of the goal and intention setting. So, can you now speak to us about the process of evolution, especially given that the goal is always ahead of us? Well, At each stage, the next is beckoning. Evolution never stops. That is the nature of expanding consciousness. And the Master is always ahead of us, taking us with them. It is an ingenuous approach. Even in worldly life, our cherished goals don't stay the same. A successful businesswoman loses interest in making money. A brilliant scholar tires of academic learning. Young lovers fall out of love. What we once thought would bring happiness no longer does. Even for a pacifist, peace can become boring. Because what will you do with that peace? It is a stepping stone towards something else. And eventually, we arrive at the goal to end all goals, as Babuji called it. He shares an understanding of this goal that will surprise modern physicists and biologists because his understanding of evolution comes from a subtle level. He describes to us how the universe was formed, how we are connected with the origin of the universe and the state prior to its origin. He describes the process of our evolution from the time of the Big Bang, from nothingness to energy to matter, and how life forms accumulated coverings around the soul until first the subtle body, then the physical body developed. On top of those bodies, we accumulated complexities and heaviness, likes and dislikes, pleasure and pain, leading to the view of life most of us have today. According to Babuji, we have forgotten that pain and misery are symptoms, not the cause itself. The solution is not to escape from pain and misery, but to find freedom from the root cause of the pain and misery by reconnecting with our original balanced state. That is what yoga means. The key is to recognize that in the process, our goals will evolve. The spiritual goal encourages us to seek deeper connections and understanding, moving beyond temporary satisfaction to lasting fulfillment. By setting our intention towards this goal to end all goals, we embark on a path of evolution, discovering new horizons of consciousness. The infinite nature of the goal allow us to grow beyond the limitations of our current understanding. It unshackles us from the burdens of conditioning. It frees us from the bondage of ego. It inspires us to evolve and continue an ongoing journey of growth and self discovery. Daji, you mentioned finding freedom from the root cause of pain and misery. Can you please speak to us about this freedom? Elizabeth, at the core of life's struggle is the desire to be free from pain and misery. It is the yearning for happiness and freedom. Whether it is a change in an individual or a society, the driving force for change is freedom. Dear sisters and brothers, let us take the pause from the reading and allow the words to reveal what evolution and freedom truly mean in the inner stillness of your heart. Let us now offer the universal prayer together. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा, दृढ़ होती जा रही है। May our consciousness evolve towards purity and light, and may our inner freedom blossoms within us as a grace refines the heart. Dear sisters and brothers, as you prepare for the rest tonight, reflect softly. Where in my life do I feel bound or limited? And where do I sense a quiet movement toward greater freedom? And offer these reflections into the Master's care. Before sleeping, let us take a few moments to offer the bedtime prayer with sincerity and some moments to recognize any shortcomings, repent with humility, and resolve not to repeat them again. Dear sisters and brothers, thank you for joining this evening session. And as we begin this week's theme, which is evolution and freedom, may our hearts open to the deeper understanding and refinement. And may our consciousness expand, and may we gradually awaken to the freedom that lies at the core of our being. We look forward to your presence for the morning session at 6 a.m. tomorrow. And until then, wishing you all a very good night and a good rest.